Good morning, everybody. Adrian Porchas, Operations Trainee with Southwest Incident Management Team 5. I'll be giving you an overview of what's occurred since the last Facebook update I provided, and then also what we got planned for the future. So starting over here in Division Alpha, the last few days we've had some significant flooding which impacted the Gallinas Canyon area, Upper Gallinas Canyon, where we did have quite a bit of debris flow across the forest road within Gallinas Canyon. So resources, I've been focusing on that, trying to open up the roads and gain, open up the roads to gain access for the public. So that's been their primary focus. And then also this division's been focusing on doing some chipping, mainly around Mineral Hill, and then some other areas throughout the division. They've been pretty active trying to do a lot of suppression repair efforts. Again, it's been mainly chipping and that type of work continuing on there. For the future for Division Alpha, these folks are going to continue to, again, do some chipping. There's quite a bit of work. And then also, as today, they're actually going to be in the Rociada area doing some equipment work with some skidders. And then they also have some planned excavator work for the future in that area, just to button up some last minute type of repair work needed. Mind you, we are still getting public surveys or requests for different repair work. So that's pretty much our primary focus right now is trying to take care of the private lands first before we start initiating any work anywhere else. So as these things come up, the divisions are kind of switching their efforts to the public needs there, whatever requests are coming in. So going into Division Charlie, these folks are primarily within the Forest Service boundary there, but they've been working. These dozer lines just north of Bull Canyon are within that Bull Canyon area. And then they've also been doing a little bit of grader work just off to the east of that. And then also there's an area that we call the Spaghetti Bowl. It looks on the map, it's just different colors of red, orange, and yellow. Just a mix, that's an indicator for us that these lines need to be repaired, or they're in progress of being repaired. So, but they have some hand crews working that area. And they have been working that area. It's definitely going to be several shifts until a lot of that's completed, definitely through our tour here. Another big thing Division Charlie is doing is they're walking equipment. The last couple of days we've been walking equipment into the Skyline, a dozer line. So this Skyline dozer line is pretty large. So it's going to take several weeks to complete that. So those folks are starting to walk their equipment in there. With the weather, we've had the opportunity to be able to get, start walking equipment pretty far into areas. So now, in the future, we're looking, it looks like the weather's going to kind of let up for us. So we should be able to do some good work in there later on in the next several days as well to start implementing the Skyline work. And then going into Division Hotel, these folks have been working just east of the Iron Gate community. There's dozer lines just east of the Iron Gate. They've been working, trying to clean up or repair the lines south towards Grass Mountain is what they've been focusing on. And then there's another large dozer line just off to the south. If you on the map, there's a landmark called Elk Sling. They've been working some equipment in there as well, trying to button up all those or repair all those dozer lines as well. They've also been doing some miscellaneous grader work within that division, and then also still assessing a lot of the work or road work that needs to be done on that Iron Gate Road as well to properly repair that for the future. And then going up here in the division, continuing on in Division Hotel, but going up here in the Beatty's cabin, the Spire's Edge, we did increase containment by 2%, so it's 96% containment now since my last briefing or update. So that's good. Again, I just want to reiterate to the public, without physically, we're taking precaution regardless of the moisture. It is our protocols to ensure that we, it's our agency regulations to ensure that we just, we gotta ensure that the fire's perimeter is secure before calling it contained. So that's why it is taking a little while. And as I mentioned before, this is a lot of inaccessible country. So that's part of the reason why it's taken so long to contain a lot of that fire's edge. So, and then moving on to Division Oscar. Division Oscar's been pretty busy. South of the monastery, he's been working this equipment down a dozer line just directly south. They've been making great progress since the last Facebook update. They've made significant progress to the south. Their main mission is to try to get down south towards this drop point 497, and then gain some access to some of these other dozer lines to start repairing those for the future. We do have a hunt coming up next, in the next week, several days within this area. So we're trying to button up all this suppression, or some of the suppression repair to help support that hunt, so we don't get in the way of that. Going into continuing on down, Division Oscar's also doing some work here in the Tres Ritos area. They're continuing with some equipment repair as well, repairing a lot of these red lines, and there's definitely a lot more green here as well. So they're going to continue to focus on that for the future. And then along the 518 kind of corridor, there's still some lines that need to be repaired, and they're working on that, or been working on that pretty extensively. So they've made quite a bit of headway there with all that repair work. So they've been doing a lot of good work, and that's going to continue. Again, a lot of this is there's a lot of different mix of work going on, which includes hand crew work, equipment work, chipping, that type of stuff. So that's pretty much the same for all divisions. And then going into Division Sierra made pretty good progress on this Gallegos Road here, going up towards the Sardinas Canyon fire. That's all completed just to the west of Sardinas, and they've hit that pretty hard. So the only work that's left near that area would be to the north of Sardinas towards Cerro Olla. And they're working on that, and should have that complete in the next few days as well. So definitely making good progress. Going up to the Pot Creek here within Division Sierra, they're continuing to work from west to east, starting to repair some of those roads there along that Pot Creek. There's still a lot of material, fuel wood material that's left there along that Pot Creek. Or logging material, I should say, left there along that Pot Creek that we need to take care of still. So it's going to be a pretty extensive operation as well. So we're bolstering our equipment. We've ordered quite a bit of equipment since the last update to try to support this effort, and then also what we got here in Apache, this Apache line, where we're calling Apache line just south of Angel Fire. So speaking of this Apache line, that's pretty much similar to the Pot Creek. These folks are continuing to skid logs to different decks, and then we're trying to come up with a plan, working with the forest to haul out all this material to a good location. And then going into Division X-Ray, these folks have been doing quite a bit of work just east of the Black Lakes area, Black Lake Resort area. And then they've also been continuing their efforts above drop point 360 here, which is just east of Black Lake Resort there, this big orange line that we see on the map. They've been focusing on that. That orange line ties into the old Cooks Peak fire from earlier this year. So they got quite a bit of work to do there. So they're also fully engaged in replacing culverts and chipping, and they're going to be doing a lot of that stuff within this area for the next several days as well. So these folks have also been working with the public quite a bit, just assessing needs and all that since we last updated here. And then going into North Repair, as mentioned before, North Repair has quite a bit of a large area to cover, so they've been doing quite a bit of good work from Chacon all the way down to Pacheco Village and below, kind of North Carmen area, doing a miscellaneous work ranging from line repair with equipment, rebuilding fences, setting H braces, chipping, and road maintenance. So they've been doing quite a bit in this whole area. And as we all know, there's several communities that lie within this area. We've had a lot of requests within here. So as we're trying to close up some or repair a lot of these lines, we're primarily focused on some of the public requests. That's number one for us right now. But we did have some issues here we did have a situation in North Repair a couple days ago with significant moisture that we got that washed out the county road A005, and the folks are still working to open that up. Several culverts got washed out, and then also blocked access to some of the community members within that A005 road. So they've been working pretty hard at trying to open up that road, and they've been doing a good job. So last report is that they have a couple more days. Sounds like they're working with the county to open up that road as well. So everything is going good there. They're trying to ensure that they provide the quality service for the public and doing the good quality work there, so that flooding issue does not occur again. But other than that, that's all I have for today's operational briefing or update, and I appreciate it. Thank you.